Welcome back, everyone, to a new Loki review here on Max Talk Movies. My name is Max Dinenberg. Today, we're talking about Season 2, Episode 3 of Loki, titled 1893. I'm just going to give my general spoiler thoughts of the episode, what I want to see moving forward, as we're now at the halfway point of second season of Loki. Welcome back to Max Talk Movies. I'm Max Dinenberg. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, ring the bell. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews. I am this upcoming Monday, not this past Monday, but this upcoming Monday, I'll be back doing my box office breakdown show. I also do movie franchise ranking. So please subscribe, ring the bell. If you're new to the channel, comment down below. What are your thoughts on Loki Season 2, Episode 3? We're halfway through the season. What are your thoughts on Loki? Do you like it more than Season 1, less than Season 1? Let me know in the comment section. Also, please like the video. The thumbs up button is how you support this channel. So as I said, starting with my Loki Season 2, Episode 2 review last week, I used to break down the episodes and scene for scene, and I just felt like after all those reviews, I didn't have enough time to give my general thoughts on the episode. So I'm changing the way I do TV show reviews. This will be the last time I reference this, but I'm just going to give my general spoiler thoughts and review the episode instead of just breaking it down. Because again, if you've seen Episode 3, you're here. You don't need me to break down scene for scene what happened. You have other places for Easter eggs. This is for review, and that's why I'm more excited now to talk about these shows moving forward. So for me, this was the best episode of not just the season, but the entire show. There was an intensity to it. There was the first time in the show I really felt like you felt a threat. It's some of the best performances we've gotten on the show this past episode. I just love this episode, and let's just get right into it. The biggest reason why this episode is as special as it is, as good as it is, and as widely acclaimed as it is, and if people want to deny it or not, it is the truth, is that Jonathan Majors is truly on an entirely different level than a lot of the actors that he's worked. Now, it's no offense to Tom Hiddleston, Owen Wilson, who are terrific on the show. Sophie DiMartino. We get, Renslayer here in this episode, who's played by Gugu, and Batha Raw, who's also another terrific actress. But there is a different level with Jonathan Majors. And it's obviously, yes, Kang is the ultimate character of this next saga of the MCU. And that obviously helps. But this is a terrific performance, and Majors has continued to prove that he can act completely differently with a different variant of Kang. This is clearly not He Who Remains. Victor Timely clearly is not the Kangs who we met in Quantumania earlier this year. And Majors has really set himself apart because this role needs so much great acting to it. And Majors brings a Shakespearean gravitas type performance to the Victor Timely character. And what's so special about Jonathan Majors as an actor is you can just tell how methodical he is with each and every one of his performances. His body language matters, where his eyes are looking matters, his voice matters, the tone of his voice matters. I just feel like it's the most focused, just committed actor we might have working today. Now, yes, I'm not going to get into the controversy of Jonathan Majors. I'm just talking about the actor himself. And it's why this episode is so amazing, because Victor Timely is a fascinating character, but it's the way that Majors is talking, the outfit that he is in, which was a big help with the costume design this episode, but the way Majors looks and talks, he plays this character so innocent, but deep down we know that he's the most dangerous threat that the MCU has ever had. And that makes him a really compelling character. You can feel his vulnerability, his innocence mixed in with being the most feared character we've had in this universe in a long time. And you felt that in this episode. Loki is terrified of He Who Remains, the person who, not He Who Remains, really the Kang variant, but he's in this episode, of course, fearful of Victor Timely. And this guy is harmless, really, in this episode. He runs pretty much scared of the entire episode. He has no superpowers. He's just this scientist. And the fact that you can still be afraid of this version of Kang both shows you, obviously, the writing and with that character, but the performance of Majors, which is really great. Another great part, obviously, this picture here with Miss Minutes was easily one of the best parts of the episode. Tara Strong once again voices Miss Minutes, and she was, again, very terrifying too. We always get these sci-fi things where the creation loves the creator, and you can obviously see that the creation, Miss Minutes, is obviously very much in love with the creator, but she wanted to be a person, not a clock. And the fact that when this clock transforms into the mannequin you see behind me, it's terrifying. It's a odd look. It's a very dark episode with a lot of things that are very adult. Obviously, a lot of death, a lot of bodies just on the ground, but the missed minutes into the mannequin. There's a lot of creepy, oddball, scientific, science fiction things that the MCU hasn't really dived into really ever. This is one of the darker elements of the MCU that we've gone was this episode, and I really enjoyed that. There's still obviously a lot of pleasant things going on. Loki and Mobius are always tons of fun and are a fantastic duo. Of course, we get that fight towards the end of the episode where now Loki, Mobius, and have Victor now, and they're bringing Victor to the TVA. The interesting parts, I think, moving forward for the show is when Sylvie is with Renslayer at the end of the episode. She says, "I've done this 1,000 times," and I do find it that Loki's the one who just realized that Renslayer was somewhat in cahoots with He Who Remains when he was time slipping in the first episode. But it looks like Sylvie has already known that. So I do think it's going to be very interesting how Sylvie's getting this information and why she's been trying to kill all these, I guess, Renslayer variants for such a long time. Now, obviously, she leaves Renslayer at the end of time to see He Who Remains. And obviously, Miss Minutes then says that we have the biggest secret of He Who Remains, and we're going to exploit that. So it's going to be very interesting how the show goes. I feel like you do need now Jonathan Majors in these episodes moving forward. And that's why I think people were asking, would his scenes get cut due to the controversies? And it looks like maybe the show just couldn't happen without him being in the show. And I think that's clearly evident after watching this episode. He's the threat. He's the overarching aspect of the show. And if you're cutting scenes, I don't think the show feels the same. So again, the Majors court cases with that stuff has not been decided yet. So again, you can leave that up to public opinion. I'm not here to speculate if I believe Majors did what he did or did not do what he did, but I can still be astonished and just blown away continually by his performances in Hollywood. And this one continues to be, as I am very fascinated by his performance as Kang moving forward. So as I said, we're halfway through the show. I am liking this more than season 1 for me. There's just a bit more of an intensity and a threat level that I think was much greater than we got in season 1. And that's why I am enjoying season 2, I think, a little bit more right now than season 1. But again, as I said with Ahsoka, I don't rate shows officially or give my ranking of shows until they're fully finished. We still have 3 more episodes left. I'll be back here on Friday, hopefully this week. I'll promise you guys this Friday. I'll be back with another review of Loki with season episode 4 hitting the channel on Friday. So I'll see you guys right then with a new episode of